Aha! Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to another thrilling episode of Living World of Darkness, Rage Across New York. Tonight's scene is set back now to the Sept of the Green in the wake of the most epic battle ever that bore a suspicious resemblance to the Battle of the Five Armies. And we shall zoom in, get all crazy, awesome cinematic screenshot on Mr. Eric there, Mr. Skavgard.
Yeah, all is ash. Uh, Freshly dubbed Blood of Fimble um, is so fresh and so clean after doing his responsibilities, as a guardian and taking care of whatever we had to take care of at the war site that we were previously fighting at. Um, his hair is still wet and slicked back, and he's in a button-down shirt, and he's headed towards the probably the Fiona Castle to probably just drink with some kinfolk, relieve some tension, and maybe get into a few bar fights, whatever. Same shit, different day for get a Fenris. And he's just kind of meandering along. He doesn't have any kind of real responsibility, so he just kind of just takes his time and just kind of just walks, enjoying the evening. Just glad to be alive. It's like you put your life on the line and you risk it, but there's like this new sense of vibrancy to everything. Everything is not taken for granted anymore. He just kind of enjoys the surroundings of that he's strolling through.
And he shall be accosted! In a
Oh,
surprisingly negative note, Stoneclaw is not still damp from bathing. In fact, she isn't still damp even from the blood. It's still there, though. She has not bathed in any way, shape, or form, and as such, the massive lupus is covered in horrific rust-colored stains. The fur under her chin is probably matted down from it. She's looking so pretty. So pretty.
Big fluffy cheeks.
And so she will trot up, having been eager to find all is ash, if only because he's her punch face buddy. She's gotta make sure he's good. There was epic fighting, and while she no longer sports any injuries, she still sports her full array of scars and other madness. And as such, yeah, just a big old pony wolf here is gonna trot on up with an expectant expression on her face, kind of looking Eric over as she makes her approach.
yes. As he walks, he actually stops, looks at her, gives a tilt of his head, looking at her pelt and everything. She can tell by the way he looks that he looks pretty approving.
And she
Ah,
gapes her mouth
Stoneclaw.
open. Yes,
Glad to see you're still alive, huh?
yes, I won.
I see. And you're still dressed in your finest. The blood of your enemies, I approve. Very much.
Yes. We'll take all night to groom.
Well, do it slowly. Relish the moment.
Yes.
So,
And she will... Oh, go ahead.
yeah, he just kind of tilts again, tilts to the other side and just, and questioningly, what can I do you for?
And she'll at some point remember her manners, but only halfway, because she's an asshole. And will kind of belatedly tip her chin up. Like, when a dog is distracted and just kind of lolls its head around like a retard? She kind of does that as the equivalent of baring throat.
Mm-hmm.
Before she snaps her head back down and looks at him intently and says, I have learned a thing.
Eric doesn't really mind the faux pas with the showing throat. He's in a good mood apparently. Yeah. What did you learn? Tell me.
I will tell you. It will make you laugh.
Oh boy.
No, I just have to not lose my shit while I do it.
And Eric just has this look of morbid curiosity, like he actually folds his arms over his chest and brings one hand up to his chin and begins stroking it like in some kind of evil villain as he stares at her.
And she stares back very directly, not straight in the eyes, but very directly, with her usual very deadpan expression, and says simply, or asks very simply, "What is long, brown, and sticky?"
Eric seems kind of lost for words because the first thing he thinks of is like some shit or something. And
after an
and he just
artful
kind of
pause,
shakes his head and drops his hands. You got me, Stone Cold. What is it?
a stick.
What? Why is the stick sticky though?
It is sticky like a stick. It is very funny.
Oh, Snowclaw, what am I gonna do with you?
Give me jerky.
No.
Why would you ask if you do not want the answer?
It's a rhetorical question. It's a thing.
What is rhetorical?
A question that really has no answer. It's basically just for probing or, what's the word? I don't know. Probably too dumb for this.
Why would you ask a question that does not have an answer? That question had an answer.
Well, every question usually has an answer, but sometimes there's certain questions that just don't really have any meaning to it. It's just there to kind of like goad you into answering or something. I don't know.
But you said I am not supposed to answer.
I mean, you can answer it if you want to. I mean, jerky is a fine answer, and I'll take that to mind. But I don't have any jerky right now.
You should always have jerky. Very important. Firm nod. Very
What
solemn
else?
nod.
Well, when you're doing like triple rounds, you don't have enough time to go hunting. When you're doing triple rounds on your patrols. But now that the war is over, I'll make sure to make you a special batch.
Yes.
What are you doing for the rest of your evening, other than grooming, Stoneclaw?
She tilts her head faintly.
Have you ever had alcohol?
What is alcohol?
It is a potent drink, strong drink. Will make you feel funny.
Slow head tilt.
Might even make you relax. Might make you sleepy. I don't know. It might even make you mad, depending what kind of drinker you are.
I am a fast drinker.
Yeah, that might be bad. I'll give you a taste, and we'll see how you take it.
Yes.
I'm getting ready to head to the Fiona Castle, if you want to accompany me,
Yes.
you can have a drink. And with that, I'm assuming Eric and Stoneclaw will trot their happy asses towards the Fiona Castle, fancy and free.
As you're going along, you will, in a, I won't say really a distance, but not far off. You'll see Deshi heading towards you. His head's out, his chest is puffed up. He's walking like he has a mission. He'll get within like about 10 feet of you. He'll stop, and he'll lock eyes with you, and then he'll point. You. I challenge you for fostering.
Blank.
Eric tilts his head, looks at him, notice that he's being looked in the eyes, and Eric does not do any sort of showing of that he's looking away. He very much so meets Daishi's gaze and even steps up and puts his chest to his and looks him straight in the face, much like two boxers getting ready to go at it.
Then he puts his hand on his cheek.
I love you so much.
All right, Clef. We'll get this done. Stoneclaw. It is not Wednesday, but looks like we will do some more practice for it. You up for that?
Her ears prick forward,
Some
and her
more
mouth
punch face
lolls
today.
happily. Punch face?
Punch face.
Yes, punch face.
Deshi, as you know, I'm a Geta Fenris. War is in our blood. It's what we do. We live it every day. In order to test you properly, I have to subject you to the practices of my people. So, to do that, normally the right is taken care of between two Arun with silver, while you are armed with nothing. But we will make do with what we have, and we just use our fangs and claws like real wolves, real Garu.
He rolls his shoulders and cracks his neck. And taps his chest.
Let's head over to the ritual circle, and we'll handle it there.
Eager trot.
That's right.
Yep. And then as they get there, Eric starts, because these clothes are now dedicated to him. He just goes about, taking them off, and it's pretty much down to his skippies.
Yeah. Deshi will be naked, just straight. We gonna do this right.
Yep. And for all intents and purposes, I guess I should say, if anybody dies here, then nobody should be, responsible for it. This is a, legitimate challenge. And I guess you can use your chosen form, Sealy. So if you want to use, your war form or Hispo, that's cool. And Eric will shift to Krenos.
Deshi will go to Hispo.
Stoneclaw looks up and seems confused, and I will undo this change here. But she will look up at them as they shift, especially as Deshi goes into Hispo, and says simply, "That is not punch face."
This is an official challenge. Stoneclaw, we have to test his full fighting capability. If he surrenders honorably, you need to accept that.
So, is a fight.
Yes. For all intents and purposes, you're supposed to try to kill him.
She accepts this with no sign of protest. Only because, living the life. And shrugs her way up to horse-size Hispo.
Alright.
You want to get Dusk, see if he'll ride you in battle.
Yep, and I'm assuming everybody steps into the circle, and I guess we can just roll initiative.
Need to open my little sheet back up. I did not make a spot for initiative. Shame on me.
Eh, 15. Fuck it.
All right. So Eric has 12, or Alice Ash has 12, Eric has 15, or Deshi. What does Stoneclaw have?
No, she has an 18.
Holy fuck, okay.
Yeah.
Stoneclaw goes first.
Is there some sort of signal given, I assume?
I mean, once we step in the circle, it looks like everybody's good to go. We go.
Yeah.
Okay. It's more that she might not catch on initially, so assuming some sort of signal is given.
Eric just kind of gives a snarl for her to go when she's ready. Or everybody to go.
Okie dokie. Let me flick back over to my dice here without fucking up. Oh, good. I did it without fucking up.
Holy shit.
Thank God.
That's a lot of ones.
Yeah, lucky. I'm scared to death of killing people, so yay! I fail on my attack.
All
Actually,
right.
wait, it's... well, no, even with it being a bite.
So that was it. You failed to roll.
Yeah, essentially. So she makes something of a false start, probably not catching on initially to the fact that they had begun, and moves too hastily, too eagerly
She mad because she
when
ain't
the
get no
call
turkey.
is made. And so she might snap close. It's definitely one hell of a gigantic maw to snap even in your direction, but she doesn't quite make the distance. She falls just a little bit short, or very possibly Deshi either moves out of the way or shoves her face away.
Okay, my turn. I'm dropping 3 rage. We'll be taking a swipe at Eric. Shit.
By the way, ping might be coming, so.
Can you soak 8 for me?
Oh, shit.
Please soak. Well, actually, you have a good soak. You.
Let's see. He soaks 5. That brings me down to wounded. All right. Eric is going to spend 3 rage. He's going to try to reflexively heal or whatever that is.
Yeah.
I also gain a point. I guess 2 points of rage now that I'm in combat.
Oh, that's right, yeah. We all get a point of rage.
You have gained a point of rage for that and for getting injured.
So that puts me back at 5. Okay. Okay, and I'm spending 3 points, and he's going to attack Deshi. Because that's what he's supposed to do. Shit, what is it again? Dex Brawl.
Jesus.
7 to hit.
8. That 5 counts too because you're a guardian on sept.
Yeah, but it's only in defense of the sept, though.
Oh. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's not using razor claws, so
Oh, yeah.
he doesn't see him as an enemy, so he doesn't do that type shit. So yeah, so 6 plus 10 plus 6, 16 dice.
Holy fuck.
Can you soak 9?
I can soak 4 of that.
All right.
So I take 5. Yep.
Yep.
This was fast. I don't have the health chart on me. What's my negative for that?
-2.
Okay.
You're at mold. So yeah, Eric basically bolts forward after taking a hit, probably across his chest from Deshi. Actually, what is his stamina?
7.
Okay, so he doesn't stun him. And I think that actually constitutes a actual wound for you, if I remember correctly.
Oh, you mean battle scar?
Yeah, battle scar.
How many was
That's if the scene ends and I didn't get healed like Mother's Touch, then yeah, it'll turn into a battle scar.
Yeah. But yeah, Eric basically follows up and just undercuts his swing and basically catches him like in the side of the abdomen, probably catching the kidneys and maybe part of the liver as he does so. And rage actions.
Oh, this is going to be really fast because I'm not trying to die. So he'll drop to his knees and show his throat.
Okay. And once he does that, Eric will quickly impose himself in front of Stoneclaw. The manner in which he's doing it, she can guess that he is trying to keep her from attacking, and he will basically look Deshi in the eyes, noting his submission before actually tapping on his throat, accepting his honorable surrender. Stand up.
He will.
Thankfully, Stoneclaw does not seem to have had enough time to get but so excited, so Eric, lunging between them, does a pretty good job of turning her aside. So she'll take her blood-matted ass and plop it over on the other side of the circle. Start grooming one of her paws.
Yep. And Eric and the Guru Tongue will address Deshi. Considering the events that happened here, I have seen you do battle. I have seen you battle with honor. I have seen you battle with courage. And I have seen you have shown plenty of strength. Despite you taking a knee here and surrendering yourself to me, I still see you fit as a foster among the nation.
Yay.
Rise and take your claim as foster.
And Deshi will. Well, Deshi's already standing up.
Yeah, well, metaphorically rise, yeah, so yeah. Whatever. It's Eric's first time, he has never done this before, whatever.
Bing comes running up, like literally at a dead run, looking pissed. And she still has 3 levels of ag, so she looks like pissed and bloody.
Stoneclaw is going to bridle because someone is running at them, and then, upon realizing it's a septmate, we'll go back to busily gnawing on a completely solidified hunk of blood-matted fur.
Stick.
Yep. And once Ping starts running up, Eric kind of just turns around because I'm assuming he can, sense her presence coming, and if she's bristling, then she's bristling. So he just turns around and comically gives her a wave at Krenos form, and then he thumbs with his giant ass Krenos claws at Deshi there. Ping, heal him.
I fucking told you I'm fucking tapped.
What?
I'm spent, asshole.
He just blinks at her.
Raya, asshole Raya.
Are they using English or Guru tongue?
This is a.
This is
yeah,
definitely English. Well, actually,
Yeah.
Ping's using English. Eric's in.
Yeah, Eric's using Gyro tongue.
No. Well, angry tones are a thing. Ping gets the side eye.
So I've never summoned my pack totem before to ask for something.
Fortunately, Aaron is here.
Thank goodness.
He was here twice. I seen 2 icons.
So much of him.
He has found out how to digitally clone himself.
Excellent. He will live forever.
Indeed.
I'm like,
Huh.
what?
Well, if Aaron is here, he'll simply look to Aaron and ask the same thing. Contempt, do you mind healing our compatriot here?
Aaron sort of arches a brow, and then who am I looking at?
Eric's and Krenos, Deshi's.
Hispo.
Hispo, excuse me.
I think Stone Pulse is Hispo.
Who's dying?
Deshi has 5 levels of ag.
All right. Aaron will make his way over and look at Eric with kind of a side eye and say, "Only because I want to, not because you asked."
Eric just kind of shrugs his massive shoulders and Krenos and begins to shift down.
What's Deshi's rage?
Permanent or
Current.
temp? I spent, so it'd be 2.
Heal 6.
Yay!
Aaron gives the healing touch.
Mm.
Hey, Max, OOC, while you're here.
Because there's nowhere else for me to be, Vaughn.
Yeah. For the foster challenge for Auras, they don't have to win, right? If it's like the right of war for Get Fenris, it's something similar to that. They just have to survive, right?
I mean, if you want the canonical Get a Finish Orange challenge, you will be fighting 2 Aruns with Claves and not die.
I mean, we kind of did that something similar, just that he honorably surrendered. So I just want to make sure he can still be foster.
Did you specify in the challenge that he had to beat you?
No, I just said he had to survive.
Well, he survived.
Okay,
Yes.
I just want to make sure that it was done right. That's all. So it's
All
cool.
right.
Yay! All right, cool. So yeah, we has a victory flag for Deshi. Yeah.
Yay!
Aaron's gonna look at Ping and go, "What crawled up your ass and died?"
Currently so frank.
Continues gnawing hunks of blood in her fur. Seems fully content.
Ping reaches out to offer Deshi a hand now that he's whole again.
Yeah,
As a congratulations.
he'll go down to Homid form.
Yeah.
Just really today, guys. Like after everything today.
We did it out of love.
Aaron glances at Ping with these sort of just completely unimpressed, this look of being completely unimpressed, and says, "Yeah, I just totally went to find out about my Adrian challenge like it was nothing. You get used to it. Shit happens."
We haven't even gone out for beers. Like there has been 0 celebration. You guys are the biggest wet blankets.
Actually, I was on my way to the Tiana Castle.
I can
figured
drink.
you guys.
Everybody but Eric is the biggest wet blanket.
I can drink.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, we all can drink now.
Yes.
We have so many things to celebrate.
We do. But first,
Yay.
before we celebrate, Stoneclaw has to show you what she's learned. Ain't that right, Stoneclaw?
Is he still speaking in English?
No, it's got her tongue.
Sweet. She pops her head up. She is still very contentedly in his boat, mind you, so she is roughly horse-sized. And so she will look to Eric, and look to the group, and look to Eric. And
Yeah,
finally...
And his boxer, so he goes about putting back his clothes on.
Aww, he died. So she will turn to face this group and sit proudly on her haunches and lift her head and simply ask them this question. What is long, brown, and sticky?
What have you done, Eric?
I like how you automatically assume that I am the bad guy in this.
She turns back to Stoneclaw and says sadly, I don't know, honey. What's long, brown, and sticky?
And she will lean in as if confiding in Ping with her massive, like, still blood-matted maw and say, it is a stick.
See, you thought it was a piece of shit, didn't you? Didn't you?
Aaron just sort of looks at Eric and walks over to him and throws an arm around his shoulders and says, "You do have a sense of humor in there, deep down."
Look, I didn't teach her that. She taught me that just a few minutes ago.
Aaron
Yes.
then instead looks towards Stoneclaw and says, "I didn't know you had it in you."
She confides next in him. It is very funny.
Eric seems pretty amused by it.
Aaron looks at Ping and says, "I mean, she got you."
She got me too. That's why it was hilarious.
I'm slain.
I mean, you're lost. I mean, you're practically out of words right now. To be honest with you.
I'm out.
She's out of gnosis, out of rage, and out of luck.
I am not out of rage. I have plenty of that.
Do you? Okay.
Fun fact, the lower your gnosis goes, the harder it is to resist laughing at jokes.
Interesting.
Is that
With
for real?
this... Wait. He's speaking in English, isn't he? Damn it. Oh, tell me
You
Eric
know,
is using
Kate-
Guru tongue just so I can do something terrible.
You do know, Katie, that lupus pick up languages extremely fast. Like, extremely fast.
Unless they're very stubborn. I'm buying it this downtime.
You don't even have to buy it. It's a fucking Spanish.
Humans are weird.
I
Talking
think
is
he's
weird.
just trying to give you a stick, and I think you should run with it.
Fine. She'll catch on. Jeez, ruin my fun. And since he has said that it makes it harder to resist laughing at jokes, Stoneclaw snaps her head around and looks directly at Ping and says, "What's up?"
Aaron kind of pulls away from Ping with one of those like damn sort of like gestures, and then says, "You are in trouble."
I am drunk. I just haven't started yet, but I'm very late for an appointment with a lot of beer.
Thankfully, Stoneclaw accepts none of this as an answer, and thus follows with, "Chicken butt."
Who the fuck told you this stuff?
It does happen to be better than chicken tits.
She looks next to Eric and says, Hot fix.
I see. That's why. See what
Ping
they.
has got her phone out, and she starts texting so fucking fast.
Aaron turns to Ping and goes, "Yeah, that's your friend."
Well, at least she's quickly acclimating to more homemade things.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Let's go drink.
Yeah. Ping, can I borrow your mirror for a second? I got something I gotta take care of first, and I'll meet you guys at the Fiona Castle.
She sticks one hand in her bag and, without stopping to her texting, pulls out the mirror and hands it to him. She can text with one hand.
Yep. He just simply looks into it, and he pops out of existence after a few minutes or whatever.
Blink.
I'm going to take this time to howl for Eric, so go ahead and I'll meet you guys I'll meet you guys there, so to speak. As he pops out.
Aaron looks at Stoneclaw and goes, "Hey, do you like beer?"
She tilts her head. Her gigantic horse-sized head.
Yeah, it's totally not good for you, but it'll make you feel good.
It's really creepy giving Lupus's beer.
Aaron
Like-
shrugs.
You probably want to be in Hammond for this.
Blink.
I mean, I'm not going to tell her how to live her life, but it's there either way. So we're moving in that direction, he says, moving in that direction, sort of gesturing for everyone else to move in that direction.
Ping also moves in that direction, but she goes backward so that she can watch Chloe and Snowpaws.
Chloe?
Stoneclaw.
Chloe's not even there yet.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
that's why I didn't mention her.
Yeah, Chloe's. I was gonna actually have her be there at that other place.
Excellent.
It's
So
probably the
she's
best way to do it.
Stoneclaw then.
Stoneclaw rouses up from her haunches, still in Hispo, because nobody's chastised her, and starts lazily following, considering the length of her strides.
And now we're at a castle.
Don't think she can go to the castle in Hispo. I think that's
Then she will be informed that she cannot go to the castle in Hispo.
You think this is a good idea, but it gets funnier.
Do you have clothes bound to you, Stoneclaw?
Aw, you thought to ask first. You ruined my fun.
Ping.
I mean, it doesn't change the generic problem inherent.
She says no.
Okay, well, you're gonna have to wait here while I get you some clothes. Yeah, I'll just get extra large.
Big and tall.
Big and strong.
I'll be back.
Blink.
She gives the Fiona Castle a longing look and walks away from it towards the nearest pawn shop, Goodwill, Salvation Army.
Stoneclaw
should've
just
gone a
flops on
little
her
loud.
haunches contentedly. Goes back to gnawing hunks of blood out of her fur.
Aaron glances over at Stoneclaw now that they have a moment alone and says, "Hey, Stoneclaw,
Yes.
why was the sand wet?"
Why was... Don't know.
Because the sea weed.
Oh God.
Blink. This is
Yep.
funny? She asks, tilting her head.
Aaron shrugs. Could be.
God damn it. She says, yes, we'll remember. And yeah, unlike Eric, she is not fresh and clean and is half matted. She did frenzy at some point, so yeah, she's just gross. Not gonna lie.
I mean, Aaron is too.
Oh, good.
It's okay.
At least she's not alone. Oh, goodness. Yep, she just kind of contentedly goes back to trying to work on grooming. It's a very slow process. But, we'll occasionally take glances at Erin just because she is not terribly familiar with him.
And Aaron is doing nothing to alleviate that situation. He is sort of just bouncing back and forth on his heels with his hands in his pockets, waiting for ping.
Well, that is fine with her.
Ping returns after some time, I think. And she has a can of wet wipes in one hand and a bag on the other shoulder. Okay. Go ahead and shift, and we'll get you cleaned up and dressed up, and it'll be good.
She kind of droops a little bit and inquires with a mild head tilt. Have to?
I mean, you won't die if you don't. No one will be mad at you if you don't. You just can't come drinking with us if you do. If you don't. We're gonna go celebrate. It'll be fun.
Yes. And she begins the slow shift to Hamid.
While she's sifting, Ping is pulling the tags off of the very large baggy clothes that she's acquired and getting them ready.
Large and baggy is good, as is evidenced when she turns out to be roughly 7 feet tall, even in Hamid.
Well, it's not going to be a fashion statement, but
Fuck it,
You
there's a
are,
lot of homeless people in the park.
yep.
You are treated to the kind of 2-year-old, maybe 3-year-old response of her just kind of expectantly holding her arms forward. It is very clear that she has no idea how to put this shit on herself.
Ping is going to whip out a wet wipe and first give her like a cat bath with the wet wipe.
Aaron has his phone just sort of surreptitiously directed in that direction.
I'm going to roll to notice that because
I'm not, because I don't even know what that is.
Ping will kill you.
I'm just going to mention I am beyond happy that I'm not there yet.
Where is my dice?
Can I make
computer
this worse? I think I can.
This totally isn't blackmail, Ping. You should not worry about it.
There, we can make this worse.
Okay, Ping has one success.
You gonna make me roll on my dex stealth?
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
There. 3. Are you happy now?
Oh my god, okay. Bing does not notice. She's too busy cleaning her off. So she wipes her down, and then she begins to show her how to dress herself. Like, she doesn't just do it for her. She's like, okay, put your arms in the sleeves like this, and pull it over your head. Put your legs in the pants like this.
There will probably be a point where she manages to get her arms in the sleeves and the top of the shirt over her head and proceeds to get stuck with her arms over her head.
Oh, honey, kneel down here. I'll help you, but you're all the way up there.
There's like a bit of flailing involved. There's probably the sounds of seams popping.
Don't hit me. No. Hold still. Kneel down here. We'll fix it.
It takes her a
Meanwhile,
second.
Aaron is
Processing
tagging this as how to dress for dummies.
Yep, she'll eventually figure it out and kind of bend over so that she's reachable. Because kneeling is hard. There's balance involved.
Ping will get her sorted out, or try to get her sorted out.
It probably doesn't actually take much effort. She's just awkward as fuck.
Okay. And then she'll try and get her into the pants. She'll offer her a shoulder to lean on while she's, against her better judgment, while she's getting herself into the pants, because standing on one leg is a little tricky.
It is indeed. And in fact, she will notice that Stoneclaw just flat out sits down to put the pants on.
Smart. It's smart. Ping lets it happen.
And she may end up with the sleeves and the legs of the pants a bit short, but fuck it, that seems fine.
Yep, she'll even show her how to tie a knot in the drawstring on the pants.
Oh, you have done a thing. I can't wait to tie knots in everything. But yes, she is successfully clothed.
I feel like applause is necessary.
It is.
Aaron actually has that soundbite on his phone and does it whenever they finish.
And Stoneclaw jumps faintly because that
All of
is
a
a
sudden, there are
strange
a lot
noise.
of people.
All of a sudden, there's a loud noise. That sounds like it's coming from a lot of people. In fact, she knows what applause sounds like, but Aaron is not a lot of people, and that's just wrong.
Trigger warning.
Aww. Aww.
And
Probably
then
ever so slightly.
Aaron
But
says,
hey, now they can go inside.
"Shall we?"
Let's shall.
My drunk is totally not at all amused by this delay.
Mine either.
Slow follow.
By the time you guys get done with that, Eric will come kind of like jogging up and slow down as he comes up behind you.
Eric will see Aaron like uploading a video into a text message that is addressed to Ping.
Eric will kind of look over the shoulder of Aaron, assuming that he's probably most likely taller than him and can easily do this.
Yep.
And he'll just simply look, through his glasses, because he's that kind of asshole that wears glasses at nighttime, and or sunglasses, anyways. And just simply, if he could, I don't know if it's probably not playing, but he'll tap him on the shoulder. It's like, what's that?
Aaron looks back at him and gives him a little smirk and says, "Magic."
Oh, I want some magic. Give me that magic. Send it to me.
Okay. Aaron forwards it to Eric and Ping, and then puts his phone in his pocket.
Ping's phone gets a text, and she glances at it, and spends a minute staring. She's playing it with the sound off. Then she...
Aaron is literally walking towards the Fiona Castle, just kind of going.
with all this cackling and stuff, Eric is interested. He pulls out his phone and reviews it, and he just can't stop bellowing. And he actually goes about sending the video to Chloe. So she can get on it as well.
Oh no, it's viral! It's viral!
And it'll say, "Our resident Stoneclaw."
Stoneclaw is oblivious, though she does look confused and does the same kind of slow head tilt as Eric just starts, like, busting out laughing.
You realize this makes you a terrible person, right?
Eric will actually hold the phone out to Stoneclaw so she can see it as well.
Never stopped me before.
She will probably kind of recoil briefly as the thing is thrust in the direction of her face, and then watch it for a second, blink, and then kind of glance to Eric to try to read his expression for a kind of searching for what reaction she's supposed to have.
It's Weaver magic.
Yeah, it to her it's probably like Weaver magic, but he's pointing to the actual video and she's watching it. I mean, he's clearly looked like he's having fun with it. So she might find it funny as well, depending if she's just kind of one of those people that kind of just like follow the emotions of other people.
Yeah, she kind of awkwardly half smiles and asks outright, "Is funny?"
To us, yeah.
She blinks again and says, "Good."
He just chuckles and he gives her like a a very careful pat on the flank, not the flank, but like her shoulder blade, and then he like thumbs to the Fiona Castle because I guess she's enclosed now, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, beckoning to the castle. So let's get a drink. Yeah, that's why I said not the flank. It'd be pretty awkward then putting his hand on her butt.
Oh, by the way, Eric did get a text back saying, WTF.
Yeah, he sends a text message back saying, Aaron fuckery.
I need to go, but Ping will get extremely drunk with a lot of them.
Okay.
Unless she gets distracted and goes to get drunk by herself. I don't know. Sorry, I have to go.
Okay. So yeah, Eric will lead this procession into the Fiona Castle.
Toddles along behind.
What are you
like
talking about?
a
Aaron's
roach.
already in there.
That's where you find Chloe, who's already there having had a couple beers already.
Well, it looks like we all had the same thing in mind. I can see that's why we're a pack.
Can't tell me we don't deserve it.
We damn well deserve this. And Eric will make his way behind the counter, and he'll actually look for like the hardest shit he can find for himself. And he finds something, I guess, pretty mild for Stoneclaw. He doesn't want to start out giving her something hard.
Why don't you just give her... Yeah, if he looks like that's what he's trying to figure out, she'll just be like, why don't you just give her some beer? It's fairly natural.
That's true. And he'll grab a beer. I guess it's something maybe like our own people make, whatever. And hand her the bottle. She will find that it's very cold to the touch and a lot of condensation. Here you go, Stoneclaw.
Thankfully, iced drinks are not foreign still, so she accepts this and seems very entertained by the glass bottle, at least
Now,
initially.
You might find it very disgusting at first.
We could try like a hard cider. She might like that too.
I mean, we have a whole bar. We can probably give her the gamut of whatever we have here and just have her try to see what she likes.
Until she pukes?
Why not?
Stoneclaw has decided to sniff at the neck of the bottle, takes a couple false starts on figuring out how to drink out of the bottle, and then the bottle's empty.
Oh, Jesus. God.
Be a little bit slower. Take your time on this stuff.
Okay, Stoneclaw. The purpose of these drinks, unless you're trying to get really drunk, some people might call it hammered or fucked up, is to slowly enjoy them. Like a fresh
She
kill.
knits her brow.
Consider it like a fresh kill, but in liquid form. You want to savor it. Let the warmness suffuse your body, depending on what you're drinking. Stuff like that.
Her brow is still knit in confusion.
Aaron, while Eric is trying to explain this, has taken a bottle of Fireball and is pouring a small little shot glass.
And
then slides it gently in front of Stoneclaw.
This too will be experimentally sniffed at.
And it is a strong cinnamon smell. Strong, like Stoneclaw.
Yep. It is a strong cinnamon smell, and that smells delightful, and then it is gone.
Did anybody warn her what could happen here?
Somewhat. I did somewhat.
Aaron takes several shot glasses and pours down the line.
Oh my god.
Eric actually takes one of those, though.
Aaron
Yeah.
does too.
Chloe's gonna yank one too.
Aaron looks at them as they like snatch them up and goes, "That was the point. I promise."
Eric then holds it up as if giving a toast to, each other.
Stoneclaw may be slightly disturbing. She's probably sat next to Eric, and we'll lean over and sniff at his drinks as well.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
Because, well, yeah, investigating.
All right, Stoneclaw, raise your glass. This is called a toast. It's kind of like what you do to dedicate a drink to each other for like shit you've gone through together, or good times, or bad times, whatever. It's like a form of fellowship or camaraderie.
Aaron lifts his and says, "To surviving the end of season 1."
And hopefully living through season 2.
Oh, God.
Stoneclaw is now holding up a shot glass in the most awkward way humanly possible. She's
Chloe,
trying to be very careful not to spill it.
I was going to say, Chloe will look at that approvingly and then tip hers back. Kind of tried to show Stoneclaw how you do this.
And then it is gone. And I am trying to figure out how many I should let her have before I start rolling. Her stamina's pretty considerable.
Yeah, Eric will throw his back, and then he'll actually go about looking for mead. And she will find.
Aaron caps the fireball and then kind of pokes around behind the bar with Eric for a minute, and then comes back with 151.
Oh, shit. Here comes the stuff. The stuff that tastes like it's going to burn your throat.
Aaron pours a double glass for Stoneclaw because she looks like she can handle her shit. She's throwing that stuff back without even like grimacing. So he pours a double on it and then takes a match and lights the top of it and sets it on fire.
Eric
Oh god, the one in front of Stoneclaw?
Yeah.
Eric just looks at her, and he has the same amusing gleam in his eye as he like rubs his chin, and he's just waiting for her to see what she does with it.
Well, she seemed pretty happy about another drink being set in front of her, and then it was set on fire, and she recoiled violently from the shot glass, very possibly sending her stool over.
It's okay. Just I don't drink that often. Can you just blow it out and then drink it?
Yeah, you're supposed to blow it out and drink it.
Okay, I was just making sure. Stoneclaw, blow it out and then drink it.
She continues to stare at it distrustfully.
Aaron will take it and then blow it out and knock it back, and then grimace because 151 is actually disgusting.
It really is.
It totally is. Yeah.
It is. It made my tongue numb before.
And then he pours it again and then kind of like gestures at it with both of his hands to Stoneclaw if she's on the floor or whatever.
She's not on the floor, but she did kind of startle back, so she's standing back from the bar, possibly with a hand still on the edge. But being beckoned back in, she will tentatively slide back up.
Mm-hmm. And then Aaron takes the match and lights it. A match, not the match. The match is spent.
She will, again, stare at it distrustfully for a moment, and then lean over, and, probably fail a few times to blow it out, because that is not a gesture that wolves do ever. In fact, she probably, like, half blows a raspberry at some point, and gets very frustrated. She probably starts by, like, snuffing out through her nose, expecting that to work.
Eric like motions with his chest and his hands like to suck in a deep breath and then with his lips go, like really quickly, like trying to show her.
And she will do this and probably blow forcefully enough to blow several droplets of the drink out of the shot glass.
Fiery droplets. Aaron swats it with a rag.
And once the, probably having snuffed it in the process of blowing that hard at least, she'll finally pick it up and knock it back. And then, kind of jerk her lips back from the glass because she left it sitting long enough to be really goddamn hot, and then set the glass almost violently on the bar because it has offended her now, and shove it away, letting it tip in the process and just kind of roll awkwardly across the bar.
Aaron takes it and turns it upside down, and looks at Stoneclaw and goes, "You did it. Good job."
She is a grade A drinker now.
Actually, I have another idea for a challenge for her.
Oh, stop it.
No, it's a good idea. It's a good idea. She's gonna go back behind the bar. I'm assuming I'm just gonna say it's there because I want it to be there. She's gonna open the
Fiona
fridge.
Castle. It's there.
Yeah. She opens up some sort of small refrigerator and comes out with a tray of Jello shots.
Oh, it's so bad.
Oh no.
Let's not get Stoneclaw white girl wasted, Chloe.
But I love Jello shots. I don't care if it gets me white girl wasted or not.
Yeah, but they're too good. She might. Yeah. She
Or-
loves.
or-
I'm telling you,
or-
she loves food. Like I'm telling you, like this might spell disaster for her.
Well, what she's going to do is she's going to set one little Jello shot in front of Stoneclaw and be like,
Eric is cringing at this because he just knows how much she loves food, and we don't know what the fuck we're doing right now.
As soon as her fingers have left the Jello shot, she is trying to get it out of the little cup. And jabbing at it with her finger and whatnot until it breaks up and eating it.
Aaron is like laughing so hard.
Inhales it like
just so you know, you're supposed to do that with your tongue.
blank.
It works that way, but the
Demonstrate,
normal way is...
Chloe.
She
Demonstrate.
will this time very carefully take this Jello shot glass that probably still has a couple little hunks of Jello in it and very carefully set it upside down.
What's her tongue out?
No, Chloe will do it. You know what? She'll get up there. She's had enough to drink by now that she'll do it. And she'll take the Jello shot and she'll carefully move her tongue around the inside of it, and then sort of pour it back. She sort of sucks it out with her mouth, as an example to show her how it's done. And we're just going to leave out entirely the sexual element of what exactly she's doing there, because Stoneclaw would not catch that. Whereas the guys
that bit
would
goes
catch
entirely over her head.
it. The guys totally catch it. The girl does not.
Eric's just chuckling, but he still has that cringy face, like, oh gosh.
How close did she leave the Jello shots to Stoneclaw when she did this?
Pulled out a tray, set it down a little bit away from you, because she knew that you would probably die for them. They had just warned her.
That's the question is it in her reach while you're trying to take the shot? Because there's very possibly going to be a lean and a stretch.
I'm picturing it that's probably a bit past Aaron, so at least 2 people away.
Man, this bitch is 7 foot tall. I mean,
The question is, will Eric stop her when she's essentially leaning into / across him?
Aaron.
Yeah, but I figure there's Eric and Aaron between her and the drink, and Eric is the closer one, so he's going to essentially get slightly shifted if he doesn't fight back as she tries to slowly stretch over and reach this while she's distracted with her shot.
Eric will reach over and slowly put his arm lightly on her arm and say, "That's enough for right now. Let's see how you are in a little bit."
Aaron looks at Eric and goes, "Nonsense. Let her have a little fun. She survived her first battle."
Yes, but do you know how much alcohol she just consumed right now? Like,
do you know how big she is? She's bigger than you. Are you fine?
yeah, I'm okay. He kind of looks at Stoneclaw, looks at the Jello shooters, looks at Aaron, then looks at Chloe, hoping that one of them would, at least talk some sense into him and say, yeah. And he kind of just gives up to peer pressure.
Aaron then turns his back to the bar and takes a couple of large mugs and pours some Guinness into it, and then prepares the shot glass for the Irish car bomb.
Jesus. Yeah, so I'm going to assume that Chloe catches on before she gets the whole tray, but even when Chloe assuming Chloe makes a grab for the tray, Stoneclaw is going to with the hand that is stretched way out, slap her big old mitt on as many as she can and drag them towards her possessively.
She's actually okay with that. Chloe wanted to have some too, so she's okay if you have some. She just wants some too.
Oh yeah, she won't stop you from eating them.
Yeah, so
Way to be a
she's gonna sit
responsible
there and
adult, Chloe. Good job.
You know what? You know what? Fuck it.
hey. If she gets drunk off her ass and pukes, that is a lesson too.
That's fair. Fuck it. Go ahead. Stoneclaw, have what you can handle. Okay.
Just
don't
be
kill
careful.
yourself.
You might end up puking, but
Yes.
it's how life goes with this shit.
You'll learn your limit.
Not at this speech, you won't. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, so Stoneclaw will several times make attempts to do the whole get it out with her tongue thing, get frustrated, start jabbing it with her finger to get the jello out of the jello shot.
In the meantime, Aaron will put one of the mugs in front of Eric.
Eric will take the handle and look down at it. Knows, it's an Irish car bomb, and
Aaron pushes the shot glass of Bailey's and Jameson in front of him, because if we know anything, the one thing that the Fianna Castle has in great numbers is Guinness, Jameson's, and Bailey's.
that stereotype.
I know,
Yep.
right?
Yep. Eric will drink the drinks respectively.
No, it's not respectively.
What?
Do you not know how to do an Irish car bomb?
No, I don't.
You drop the shot glass into the mug and then chug all of it.
Oh, well then he does that.
Yep, Aaron does it at the same time. You have to chug it all in one go.
In fact, he tries to actually drink it down faster than Eric.
I'm not sure what the role for that is.
We can
There
just roll.
probably shouldn't be one, but
Probably not. We could probably just do a roll off if you want.
sure.
D10. Or get disconnected.
I'll roll for him. What does he need rolled?
I was thinking just a D10.
I'm just kidding, though. We should probably wait till he gets back.
Had to get my dice roll alive.
You should probably just do that to get it out of the way. Just do it at the beginning.
I do.
Oh, okay. So I'm just saying, let's roll a D10 and see who just gets the highest.
Okay.
Yep, Eric drinks it down. He even has like a little rivulet or dribble going down as he tries to, swallow this whole cup, this whole mug. And
Aaron will once he knows that he can't win, Aaron will just slow down and savor it a bit more, and then sets it down, and then looks at Eric and goes, "That is the best chocolate cake in a mug ever."
Is that what they call it?
No, it's an Irish car bomb, but
Huh.
tastes like chocolate cake, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sure does. That's pretty good.
And then in the meantime, Aaron and Eric probably just both sort of like casually crane their necks to look at what the fuck Stoneclaw and Chloe are doing.
Oh, we're Chloe is eating the jello shots properly. And by properly meaning it looks completely perverted. And
Stoneclaw's jabbing with her finger.
Yeah, Stoneclaw
Or,
has
like,
given
scooping
up.
it up.
She's tried, and now she's just kind of clawing it out with her fingers and eating it. And does not seem to be phased in the least. And she probably has a small pile of the corpses of old Jello shots sitting there on the counter in front of her.
If you put the remains of the Jello actually in them, you'd probably have like 3 more Jello shots.
Not even that so much as because she's as thorough as she can manage with awkward human fingers, but It's more the sheer number of the little cups that are laying there. It's a little Jello shot graveyard.
Did you guys want any? Because she looks there's like 3 of them left.
No,
No,
give them
you guys go ahead.
Yeah, we're gonna have more of the chocolate cake.
Aaron takes the mug and pours another pair of Guinnesses into them and begins mixing the shot glasses, and he will be right back.
Yep. Eric will just take his and actually just enjoy his and actually sip it slow this time.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see if they have any kind of hard cider back there on tap. They probably do.
No, yeah.
So she's totally gonna go get some of that. And actually, she'll get one for Stoneclaw as well if she's interested in trying it. She'll just be like, "This is apple cider."
Stoneclaw seems to be interested in almost anything you set in front of her at this point.
She didn't get
She
a
has
big.
learned that this is all edible stuff and is now very happy with this arrangement.
She didn't get a whole big mug, like, because she's seen how much Stoneclaw's taken. But
And
at
is
least
probably very, very happy with the feeling of all this alcohol.
No, she ain't drunk yet.
I rolled 4 successes on the stamina. So yeah, she's like mildly fuzzy, but probably doesn't even really notice yet. She's not really moving, she's just standing there and knocking back everything that is set in front of her.
But Chloe's going to finish off on probably another Jello shot or 2 and sip. She's not trying to get like so gone that she's going to be like passed out somewhere.
Yeah, Eric actually will look to see if there's like any kind of like beer nuts or like that Chex Mix type shit that they usually sell or not usually sell but put out at bars.
Peanuts.
Yeah, and he'll distribute it between the 2 of them. One for one bowl for Chloe and Stoneclaw, one for Aaron and himself, and just begin pecking at it with his fingers, and as he sips his own drink.
And Stoneclaw will finally affix Chloe with a very serious look. Like a very it's the kind of look at me, I'm paying strict attention to you look. Or it's just a creepy stare, whichever one you want to go with.
I'd roll peony, but that would take away the fun of this scene. So she's just gonna be like, "Are you okay?"
And when Chloe meets her eyes and asks this question, she will, in a very serious tone, ask, "Why is the sand wet at the beach?"
Chloe just blinks for a second there.
I don't think I've even heard this one myself.
And
I don't know. Why is the sand wet at the beach?
God damn it! Hold on. And so she will again, very, very evenly, very seriously, because the seaweed.
Blink, blink, blink. Blink, blink.
And then she'll lean over as though, she feels like she needs to, give Chloe a hint on how this is supposed to go. She leans over and confides, "It is funny."
Eric has no shame. He just busts out laughing, and he actually slams his hand on the table.
Packlink, what the fuck have you people been doing to her?
I don't know, but I love this. I'm gonna get her a book with jokes in it.
Oh my god! I said just have her hang out with the kinfolk kids. Oh wait, don't. That's not a good idea.
They run away.
This is a Packlink.
Oh, darn it.
Oh.
And she kind of looks at Stoneclaw and she's like, "So you're practicing jokes today?" She kind of giggles a little bit and talks at the same time, because alcohol.
It is new. Hotfix teaches me this. And Aaron points, or actually, contempt of court point.
Which one did he teach you? The seaweed one?
Yes.
It seems like his type of joke. Though I think I like the stick one better because that really catches you off guard.
I like the stick one too.
Handful of peanuts. Munch, munch, munch.
Aaron is back from the bathroom.
You know what they say, once you break the seal, you're just gonna keep going.
Bullshit.
Maybe you'll be like the sea and we.
Yeah. And then the joke will be, why is my pants wet?
No, man. Guru healing prevents the urinary tract from... I don't know where I'm going with this, but...
Oh, goodness. There is Chex Mix. It has been left too close. The bowl is slowly sliding.
It's fine. She's eating peanuts. You can have all the Chex Mix you want.
She will, in fact, have all the Chex Mix, and will literally start eating it by the handful. Kind of wolf grazing style, but having to hold it in her hand to get it to her face. At least she doesn't stick her face in the bowl.
So, Stoneclaw, once typically, when people are not your size, after a few drinks, they usually start drinking water or consuming something to help soak up the alcohol in their system, at least in their stomach. So, it'll keep them from, hopefully having a hangover or whatever.
What is a hangover?
Well, it's when you have a night full of drinking and you obviously drink over your limit, so to speak. You feel really sick. You typically have a headache, and you might even, throw up.
And she'll, at the mention of the word sick, will kind of snap her head around and kind of narrow her eyes as if suspicious of this whole thing. And then realize that there's vertigo there. And snap her head the other direction. Realize it takes her brain, that half second to catch up. Starts kind of shaking her head. Just to kind of get a sense for the vertigo.
Oh, I think her nose and cheeks is getting flush. I think she's starting to actually feel it.
Stoneclaw doesn't get stick. She insists as she is shaking her head.
You never know, you just might. And if you drink probably even more, it'll probably increase the chances of that pretty well, so just be careful.
I would suggest...
That moment where Stoneclaw remembers that we had a conversation about alcohol being poison.
She considers to ponder this while shaking her head rapidly.
She's just gonna... Chloe would just be like, just as an idea, though, you might consider having a good amount of water before you go to sleep tonight. I hear it makes hangovers a little easier.
Yeah, you don't want to be dehydrated, because that's typically what these drinks do to you.
She finally stops shaking her head and looks dazed for about half a second while she takes a minute to catch up. And then finally focuses on Eric and says, "There is a lake by my den."
That would work.
Yep, that might help. You feeling okay there?
She narrows her eyes briefly. Not at him, just in general.
You feel warm?
Yes.
Fuzzy?
She kind of tilts her head a second. Yes.
Good.
Stoneclaw,
Yes.
say yes.
Why?
Because.
She'll slowly tilt her head. Yes.
Aaron nods.
She kind of takes the face. Like, well. She will end up investigating one of the sad corpses of her Jello shots, kind of snuffling at it and poking at like the little tiny bits that are left in there that really aren't worth getting out. What is Jello?
That's a really good question. Here,
Aaron.
let me.
Oh,
Yeah,
go ahead.
Aaron, why don't you Google it and see what you can find out about Jello?
Aaron looks at Chloe and says, "You've got a phone."
Yeah, but you're specialized in that shit. I don't actually care what Jello is.
Well, neither do I. And in the meantime, Aaron is going to take a cup and begin mixing the strongest Malibu fruit drink ever. Like all sorts of fruit juice in it. And then turn around and put it in front of Stoneclaw.
I just realized I haven't rolled any stamina checks yet, and I really should. She's 5'3". We don't count reindeer at that, do we?
No.
I didn't think so.
That would take all the fun out of it.
I know, right? I got 0. I'm definitely feeling it.
Stoneclaw is now investigating this new drink. And how big a cup of this has he put in front of her?
It's about 24 ounces.
So like a fairly
Large cup.
Okay. But it's still just a normal cup, so she's not gonna like fucking kill it. So she will snuff at it and take a sip out of curiosity more than anything, and then brighten visibly and start drinking. And I'm gonna roll for that because you said it was strong as fuck, and she literally just kind of.
And that means with Malibu that you still can't taste it.
And I'm gonna say you should. Honestly, I think you should take it at a high. If you're gonna roll, then do it at a higher diff than the last one.
Oh,
Even at a higher diff. Yep, that seems to be what finally does it. And she finishes it, and this time again, very carefully sets the cup upside down on the bar.
With all the ice.
Yes. And then sways slightly and grabs more firmly onto the edge of the bar.
Eric will lean forward, peering at her, and he kind of like snap his fingers at her, trying to get her attention.
She kind of snaps a glance that way and states very simply, "The ground is moving."
Yeah, I think we found your limit.
Aaron sort of glances to Stoneclaw and goes, Malibu is magical.
He says magical, and she very carefully, it takes her a second, kind of lifts a hand up, and does kind of the little spirit fingers thing.
Yeah.
And then grabs firmly back a hold of the bar.
Aaron makes the spirit fingers gesture at her when she does it.
Hey, that is the hand symbol for magic, clearly.
Stoneclaw, I have a joke for you.
She kind of slowly looks over.
What do you
I
call
was probably a little crossed.
What do you
Definitely
call
a little distant.
What do you call a lost wolf?
Lost.
A werewolf.
Oh no, why are you teaching her these?
Chloe looks
Aaron.
Chloe just looks at Eric, shakes her head, and drops her head into her hands on the counter. Like, oh my god, no.
Aaron sort of just sidles up to Eric and just like claps a hand on his shoulder and goes, "I don't think I've ever seen such savagery out of a gate."
He's clearly like, I don't care, I'm not rolling it. He's pretty drunk. Like,
Stokecool is slowly sinking, though she comments absently as she does so, is funny, and just slowly, very carefully sits on the floor.
Aaron lifts up the cup with the ice in it, and it spills all over the bar. And then sort of like looks at it for a second, and then kind of slowly, thoughtfully puts the cup under the edge of the bar and scoops the ice back into it.
yeah, Eric will grab like a washcloth, and clearly as he leaps forward, he's kind of wiping in the wrong spot. Totally missing the spot altogether.
And Aaron begins to mix another Malibu
actually,
drink.
as Aaron scoops the ice into the cup, Stoneclaw kind of hears the clinking and shoots a glance up and proceeds to make grabby hands.
Oh,
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah, Aaron is going to mix another heinous Malibu cocktail, and then lean over the bar and like put it in her grabby hands, and go, "That's for you."
She takes a second, just kind of staring at it. Obviously, her processing time, which is already fairly long, has gotten longer. And after staring at it for a very, very long couple moments, starts fishing the ice out and eating it.
Doesn't matter. Aaron's gonna look over at Eric and go, "Yeah, you got that." and like Chloe's probably over at over there where she put her head in her hands, is probably like asleep.
I only failed one roll. I don't think she's sleeping quite that quickly.
Well, I think we could say we actually drunk her under the table.
Under the bar.
Same thing.
Like, she's sitting legs splayed and everything. This isn't even remotely graceful.
Oh, I'm glad she actually has clothes on this time.
Oh boy. Aaron takes out his phone and considers sending the video to Garrett.
Oh, no. Stoneclaw is still very industriously fishing ice out of her drink and eating it.
Hey man, vicarious alcohol is vicarious alcohol.
Yep.
Stoneclaw.
What?
Knock, knock.
Oh no.
She just kind of stares at him.
Aaron leans over and kind of like he's leaning over the bar looking down at her, but it's only like looking a little down at her because she's still so big, and
She's
says,
just like staring, like with her eyes narrowed, probably half because of the alcohol and half out of confusion.
Aaron looks at Stoneclaw and says, "Say, who's there?"
Why?
It's a knock-knock joke. It means that you have to... It means that someone says knock-knock, the next person says who's there, and then he'll respond with something that is hopefully funny.
Aaron points at Eric and says, "Knock knock," and then he points at Stoneclaw and says, "Who's there?" And then points at Eric and says, "Funny."
Blink.
It's like answering a door.
It's kind of like when another wolf wants to enter your territory, you howl, but for
But then you bite them.
Well, for humans, we knock, and then the owner of the den says, "Who's there?" To ask, who's on the other side of the door because we can't see through the door.
It is because you do not have good noses.
Ex-
Sways slightly.
Exactly.
exactly.
Honestly, you don't want to smell some of the things that can happen anyway.
So Stoneclaw, he leans on
I have
his
smelled
arms.
all the bad things.
He leans on his arms, looking at her. Stoneclaw, knock, knock.
Who is there?
Werewolf.
And then Aaron says, and now you say werewolf who? Because you want to know who the werewolf is, right?
No. Go away. It's my den.
Why don't you do it on me, Eric, and we can show her how it's done.
Okay. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Werewolf.
Werewolf who?
Werewolf, I find a bathroom.
Oh my god, this is terrible. She throws she grabs a handful of peanuts and throws them at Eric.
Aaron looks at Eric and says, everything that you built with that last joke just died. Right.
Stoneclaw makes a concerted attempt and fails to catch any of those sailing peanuts. She probably sloshes out a portion of her drink, though, in the attempt. And when it splashes, on her pants, she kind of realizes belatedly that she, in fact, is holding a drink and starts drinking it.
Oh, no.
Why must you hurt me?
Because when all is said and done, Aaron is the true villain of the werewolf in you.
Oh god, she's still up. Oh lordy. She this time very carefully sets the cup upside down on the floor.
Has she eaten all of the ice?
Yes. She ate all of the ice before drinking the drink.
She's gonna want to fight us tomorrow, guys. I can tell you right now.
Yeah, she's gonna have to find me.
Yeah, maybe I just won't come on set tomorrow.
Oh, don't you guys have a heart? She's our sepmate. We gotta take care of her. And she's a
We are taking care of her.
I love you guys.
Stoneclaw is trying really, really hard to look at something on the other side of the room. It's not working so good.
She's swaying a little bit.
Yep. There's a mild head tilt and a very, very intense attempt to stare at something, and then a slight head tilt the other way, and another attempt to stare at something.
Yeah, Chloe's just gonna go get herself a big glass of water at this point. She's afraid if she looks anything like Stoneclaw does at the moment, that it's probably time to stop.
I would say this is mission accomplished.
Yeah, but Chloe's not staying on set. She's probably gonna go home.
I'm just glad he got Stoneclaw drunk.
And then we'll see how that goes
God.
tomorrow.
This isn't her fucking breed form.
Hey. Hey.
Wait,
You
what?
were soaked up your stamina.
That means that she soaked the last drink, I guess. With that, or she's regenerating, one or the other. So yeah, she'll be sitting on the floor for a while, kind of staring blankly and seeming to have issues. And if left to her own devices for long enough, will finally just kind of perk and glance up again at Eric.
Getting sleepy there, bud?
She lifts a grabby hand. Bull.
More, you say?
Are you wanting a hand to stand up, or are you wanting more to drink? Or would you like some water?
Yep, Eric just looks at her expectantly.
She is fazed briefly by the number of options that are being presented to her, and then says, "Bowl."
Bowl?
There was a bowl of trail mix on the counter.
Oh, yeah, Eric just kind of grabs it and refills it, and then hands it over.
That's actually a good idea. Even if it just puts something in her stomach, it'll help right now.
She this time just, instead of using the hand as a conveyor, just kind of uses the hands to hold the bowl up and starts just eating out of the bowl.
Meanwhile, Aaron is mixing a cocktail. And then slides it in front of Eric.
Eric just kind of looks at it with some disdain, and reluctantly picks it up.
Aaron winks.
What is this?
It's a zombie.
What the fuck is a zombie? Like, what is this concoction?
Well, if you must know, it's 3 different kinds of rum. Lime juice, Valornum Augusta bitters, Pernod, grenadine, and a cinnamon syrup, and grapefruit juice.
He kind of gives it like a small swirl as if it's some kind of fancy wine, and then just throws it back. I mean, is a shot or like a glass?
It's a small glass, and like that you could like fit in your hand.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
And if you've ever had one in real life, it like you can only have like 2 of those before you get 100% smashed. It's super strong.
Yeah. Eric is still on his feet. Eric throws it back and then sets the glass on the counter and just kind of like, even though the drink's not hot, he just kind of gives that sleepy, relaxed, kind of sigh. And kind of gives that like that sound of indigestion, when people after drinking something or eating something. I don't think I could drink too much more.
Sorry, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Aaron begins poking around the bottles behind the bar again.
Were you a bartender before you became a lawyer?
No, I'm a lawyer, which means I'm an alcoholic.
Oh, fair enough. He doesn't get his whole sentence up before he just starts, like, giggling, this large-ass man.
Actually, I was gonna say if he was, it would just be a bonus. You can have an alpha who's a bartender. This is a good thing.
Yep.
Stoneclaw's head finally kind of pokes over the edge of the bar. She's on the prowl.
Are you on the hunt? Are you on the hunt, Snowfall? Are you on the hunt, little girl? Yeah.
Yes. And she starts to, like, very laboriously heave herself back up to her feet.
What do you want now?
Aaron is currently pouring absinthe into a champagne glass and pouring champagne
God.
into the absinthe with ice.
Oh.
Does anyone actually have a glass of water sitting on the counter?
I do.
Unless you stop her or have your hand on it already, she's just going to kind of reach over and slowly slide it back to her.
She'll actually let you do it. That's fine. She'll get herself another one. If she knows you need water right now, she's okay with that.
It's fine. Eric will pour you one since he's already behind the bar.
Hey, the trail mix was salty. She needs water.
Well, it also helps with, alcohol stuff, which is what Chloe's thinking. So
that would be the smarter reason to drink it.
Aaron sets the champagne glass on the bar, kind of in between all of them.
It's very pretty.
And it's got a great name.
What's the name?
Death in the Afternoon.
Oh. Yeah,
See, I thought you were about to say something else, because I heard of a drink name very similar to that called Death on the Vine. And that was horrid.
Okay, if you prefer, you can call it a Hemingway champagne.
Hemingway champagne.
Chloe's just eyeing this thing like, I would try it. I don't think I want a whole thing of it.
No, you try it and I'll drink it.
She shrugs, takes a drink of it.
Aaron then just casually says, yeah, this is about 57% alcohol by volume.
Oh, that's fine. She's only taken one drink of it, so she likes it actually, because it's 8 out of 10. That's pretty good. So she kind of looks up and she's like, "That's actually good."
Yep, Eric will take it now and finish it off. And I'm gonna say this is just 8 because.
And then he
Shit! Nope.
exorcist vomits on the bar.
What?
Eric just goes and tries to find a trash can and just vomits like Homer Simpson.
Wow, not only do we have vomiting, but we have sound effects.
Aaron just kind of like clucks his tongue and says, "It really was death."
I don't know. Well, apparently it's all right in small doses.
Yeah,
Eric's
Eric-
probably like laying on the floor with a trash can.
Yeah, he's on his ass with the trash can between his legs, and he's just kind of like laying his chin on the rim of the trash can, just kind of like looking down at his own like vomit, and then just vomits again.
Aaron glances at Stoneclaw and goes, "We have fun. We have fun."
She looks mildly concerned. Is he dying?
He probably feels like it.
He's gonna say he is, but he's not.
Reindeer will see me through this. Won't you, reindeer?
Reindeer's over there like, I got nothing for you, bro.
Man, Travis used up all my luck.
That's the actual whimper.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Aaron goes, "All right, well, that was fun. We had a good time. Good celebration. Went hard in the paint. Some of us couldn't hack it."
Yeah, me.
Don't worry, Eric. Ernest Hemingway was a fucking monster. There is no way you could compare.
Oh God, that picture.
I'm not even gonna fight you right now, dude. I'm just gonna lay in this corner right here for right now until I get my bearings about me. Can you make sure Stoneclaw gets back to her dead?
All right. Chloe is going to go and replace all alcoholic drinks that anyone has except for Aaron with water.
Wait, what?
I said she's replacing any drinks anyone has except for Aaron's with water.
It's been painfully obvious that Aaron hasn't drunk anything since the Irish car bomb.
That's fine. I'm just saying, if you had a drink in front of you, she wouldn't have messed with yours.
Good.
Yeah, Eric seems to take some of the water and just swish it around his mouth and spits it into the trash can.
Which is fine.
And then proceeds to vomit again.
Yeah, water doesn't really help when you're in the middle of vomiting. It's better for after.
Mm.
Yeah.
Stoneclaw is watching this all with something between concern and almost academic interest.
Now you see, Stoneclaw, this is why you learn from others, so that way you don't make the same mistakes. That will make you a very wise wolf.
Yes.
Oh.
And the wisest among us speaks only one word.
And of course, just to ruin that, she kind of pokes her nose up and sniffs because I imagine that vomit is pungent.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so gross.
And and considering that he's just laying, like sitting there hugging the trash can, she'll finally tilt her head slightly and say, "Aren't you going to eat that?"
Oh. Oh.
Eric just kind of looks out of the trash can, looks up at Stoneclaw, and like just kind of like narrows his eyes at her through his glasses, and just doesn't say anything. But then after a minute, he does, and then it's like, Stoneclaw, what did the grape say when the wolf stood on it?
Grapes do not talk.
Well, if they did.
If they did, what would it say? If you sat on a grape, what would the grape say?
Squish.
No, it would say nothing. He just lets out a little whine.
So close. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
She really doesn't. She just has a blank look on, and then kind of glances over to Aaron and says, "Is funny?"
Aaron nods and gives her one of those like really over exaggerated winks, where like you open your mouth while you do it.
She doesn't get it either. God damn it.
You should teach her that look, like, so she gives that to people. Like when she tells
It tilts because that's one she's never seen before.
And gives her a thumbs up while he does it.
People will take to you better if you do just that.
She kind of glances between the two of them and gives Eric a thumbs up.
And then
See,
he gives
she's
her,
learning.
and then he raises his glasses and then gives her this very tired-looking wink and that wide-open mouth smile thing.
the open mouth wink.
Yep, and then like he starts to laugh, and then the movement and like the pressure on his stomach makes him vomit again.
She again studies his process there before commenting, "You are going to be hungry."
I will be later.
Aaron walks past Chloe and like looks at her and says, "How does anybody ever take us seriously?"
I have no idea. Seriously, how'd you get the wormfolk to believe us when we say something?
I don't know.
Ugh.
As the minutes creep on, Stoneclaw is standing more firmly and more straight.
All right, so you two, as she kind of points to Eric and Stoneclaw, you guys need help to get back to your respective places.
She
I think you can
points
leave
at
Eric
She
don't
points
think
at
Eric
Eric.
wants to
He
be
does.
I don't think Eric wants to stay here all night, though.
I think Eric doesn't mind.
No, it's nice and cool right here. It's fine. I'll be okay.
Harry?
No, I'll be good in an hour or so.
Narrows eyes.
Seriously, get the fuck out. I'll be okay.
Aaron's gonna like wander over and like reach up and pat Stoneclaw on the shoulder and go, "You should stay in Hamid until you get to the den. Then
You
go
guys
back."
ruin all my fun.
But then he also catches himself and says, "And take off the clothes first."
She kind of looks down for a second and then
Not right
does
now.
the most awkward nod you've ever seen.
Not right now. When you get there.
Yes.
Good.
And Koi realizes when she had looked at this video that she barely knew how to put the clothes on. In fact, she didn't. So she's like, "Do you know how to take these off?"
No.
I got you. And
But
Aaron
Dusk
doesn't get
is
to.
there.
He probably does.
Yes. He helps me put on clothes for yoga.
No shit, you do yoga?
Yes.
No wonder she's so limber.
Exactly.
is good for training Hamid body.
Yeah, actually. That'll
Anyway,
be okay, guys. You guys have
I am going home. If you need me, talk to me in your head.
Yeah.
Stoneclaw looks perplexed.
I'm sure I'd be happy to find some really annoying way to wake you up in the middle of the night. It'll be great.
Aaron looks at Chloe and goes, "See, that's the secret. You people think that I pay attention to you. I've learned to drown you all out."
You are a jerk, sir.
And you are wrapped around a trash can.
What is a jerk?
A not nice person.
Aaron takes this moment to be almost tragically serious and says, "Have you ever had somebody yank on a chain?"
She snarls
Right?
in
Right?
Hamid, but
Aaron gives her that right? That's what a jerk is. Somebody who does that.
in fact, considering that she's actually at a deficit, I'm going to say she takes a point of rage.
Oh gosh, and then she just frenzies on Eric right there. He's on the trash. I didn't do it!
You are not jerk.
No.
She affirms this very, very sternly and very seriously.
So don't call somebody a jerk unless, they are.
Alright, fucker.
Jerk is dead.
See? If you feel the need to call somebody a jerk, you should probably kill them.
That's not typically true. Don't listen to him on that one.
Yeah, that'll get you in trouble.
She's like glancing alternately between all three of them in confusion now. So
Eric's
many
just-
mixed stories. So many mixed.
Being a jerk is bad, but it doesn't warrant death. Because if that were true, then we would kill Aaron every day.
Yeah.
Is not a jerk.
See, Stoneclaw likes me.
Yes.
Someone has to have bad taste. Something.
Oh my god.
To make people with good taste look like they have good taste.
Savage. That was savage. Yes. Get it.
He says from the floor.
Yeah, hugging the trash can. He looks like a koala around a tree on this trash can.
Like his legs are wrapped around, his arms are wrapped around.
Yep, exactly. This is my trash can. There's no trash can like it. This one is mine.
His chin's resting on the rim.
Mm-hmm.
That smug look, like one of these right here. Let's see. Oh no, shit. No,
Oh.
it doesn't work.
And so finally, Stoneclaw will study Eric for a moment and say, "Why don't you shift?"
Because,
It still feels good.
yeah, still feels good.
Feels
just
good
have-
to be sick.
Just really loose right now. I'll be okay. Sometimes you have to suffer for a little bit of pleasure. Wait, that sounds really bad.
That sounds like more than I needed to know.
Oh man.
Aaron.
You can see it sail over her
Yeah.
head.
And Aaron, sensing the trigger threat, decides not to explain chains and whip. And
To be fair, he says yank on your chain. She has like visible scarring around her throat, even in Hamid.
no, he knew when he said that.
Okay.
He knew she would understand his definition of a jerk.
Yes, she did. You did so good.
Anyway, I'm going home.
Yeah, good night.
Bye.
Pleasure doing battle with you.
And more battles to come. in
Exactly.
season 2.
And
Always more battles.
Eric will just be content to sit around this hug this trash can for probably another 15, 20 minutes, and then he'll probably shift, and then if nobody's here, he'll probably end up leaving himself.
Yeah, I mean, Chloe's gonna go too, but she's gonna make sure Stoneclaw gets back to her den okay first.
Stoneclaw is visibly torn for a while and probably lingers longer than she really needs to, but will eventually be able to be ushered out and start kind of wandering back towards her den. Perfectly straight, perfectly balanced.
Still gonna
Just
make
kind of
sure it's a cub.
walking along.
Still gonna make sure.
Oh, is she taking her all the way back?
Yeah. And then she'll head home herself once you're back in your den safely.
Yep, you'll get her as far as the mouth of the
And-
den, and she'll plop down on
and-
her butt there and yell for dusk.
And oh, it's just taking the clothes off? Okay.
Were you gonna follow to another video?
No, Aaron's not there. I was gonna remind Chloe about undressing, so the clothes
know
aren't on.
she
But-
already said that Dusk would do it, so she's
Yeah.
trusting that Stoneclaw will, do what she says.
Yep.
And if she doesn't, it's not my fault.
Nope, she will plop down at the mouth of the den and yell for dusk, apparently expecting him to be in her den. Anything else you guys would like to accomplish before we put an end to these shenanigans?
No, we're horrible people.
You are, in fact, horrible people.
Did enough damage tonight.
Fucking really. Oh, God. So in this attempt to get a lupus entirely sloshed, and instead succeeding in rendering a packmate into a very stunning image of God, what's the movie? The Possession movies. Whatever the fuck. I quit. We'll see you next time on Living World of Darkness, Rage Across New York. Blah.